Welcome to this course on JavaScript. So in this course, we will be learning about the JavaScript and the ES5, ES6, all the things in JavaScript. Along with that, we'll be seeing what are the places JavaScript is going to be used. So it's not like previously JavaScript was only used in browsers. Now JavaScript is used everywhere. Uh, to be a surprise to you, JavaScript can be used to uh, even create OS also. Yes, it is true. There are some OS that are based on JavaScript. You can check out that. And so I guess now you would have gotten an idea how powerful JavaScript is. So if you are new to JavaScript, then it is not going to be a problem. Even if you are new to programming, this is not going to be a problem for you, because as we are going to see JavaScript from the scratch, this is going to help you in understanding a new language, and it will be a good start for you to be your first step on your programming. So don't worry guys, so this is going to be a course which is going to deal from the fundamental till the expertise of JavaScript. So we'll be covering almost all the topics in JavaScript, starting from variables, functions, inheritance, oops, and so many other stuffs. Even we have some bonus courses for Node.js as well as TypeScript. The people who are new to JavaScript, if these words are sort of something new to you, so don't worry, we'll be seeing each and every one by one. So that's all about the course introduction. So as I told you previously, JavaScript is used everywhere. It is going to be the modern internet. Previously, things were mostly on server side. If you are previously into programming, then you would have known. Previously, things were mostly into Java or C Sharp or some Python or something like that. Things were mostly on the server side. For everything, we have to go to the server to get the data. Now, JavaScript is something which mainly works on your on your client, so that whenever there is a need, we are going to send some request to the server to get the data from there. So this is what we are going to see in this full long course in JavaScript. Hope this is going to be an exciting session for you guys. Obviously, I'm so much excited in sharing my knowledge with you guys. I hope this will give you a proper guidance in approaching JavaScript. Not even JavaScript, this will give you a good knowledge. If you are new to programming, what are the things that we are going to see in JavaScript? You can um, use the same strategy in learning a new program too. So that's it. So we'll be seeing basics and how JavaScript works in the background, and there are going to be a mini project, and there is going to be a project of medium size, and we are going to see a very big project that we are going to do side by side while learning the concepts of JavaScript. So I strongly recommend you guys to work with me, so that whatever code I do, please cope up with me and do the same thing, so that you will be having a good hands-on in JavaScript also. Okay. So along with that, we are going to see ES6 modules, ES7 a bit, ES8 a bit, and we are going to see what is asynchronous JavaScript and how the data is fetched from server. And also, as I previously mentioned, we'll be seeing Node.js as well as TypeScript. So before these are things that we are going to see in JavaScript. So before going into JavaScript and learning how it works, I would like to show you guys, what you can do with the help of JavaScript. As we as we usually start with hello program, I'll just close all my tabs and I'll show you a simple thing. Without opening any editor or something. Obviously, we are going to work with some editors to code our JavaScript IDE. Before that, I'll show you what we can do in JavaScript without an editor. So this is Chrome developer tools. Obviously, I'll show you guys how these things are going to work, but before that, just follow this. If you are in your Chrome browser, just right click here and go to inspect, go to console. Again, I'll be telling you guys what are these things when we go something deeper into programming. So go to the console tab here and type var I equals 0, enter. Now try to see what is I here. This is going to show you 0. Try one more time. Var I equal, take it as j now. J equals 100, enter. Now try to see the value of j, 100. So this is a simple thing that we are seeing in the browser. So if you are following with me now, you have typed your own variable and given it a value, and you have showed that in the console also. This is a very big thing that you have taken your first step here. So in this module, I'll introduce you guys the IDE which we are going to use. IDE is Integrated Development Environment, and there are many IDEs for JavaScript. I mean, there are brackets, WebStorm, or even Atom. There are so many IDEs. So I prefer the most. For the past couple of years, Microsoft has introduced this one. So I prefer the most is this one is a Visual Studio Code. Obviously, this is a the free one, so you don't have to worry about that. I'll show you. Can directly go to Visual Studio Code, and it takes you to this code.visualstudio.com and download for Windows, or if you are in Mac, you can change this and you can download this. So this is going to be our VS Code editor, and I hope if you have already worked with any IDEs, you should be pretty comfortable with working with VS Code. Obviously there are some menus at the top, and we have this left bar, and we have this explorer, outline, and so as a start, what I'll say, go here and take a new file and type something just to show you guys how this is going to work. For example, can save it as test, and if you press Ctrl S, it will ask you where I have to store this. Maybe take it in your desktop and save it as test.js, and save this file as JavaScript file. It is there. Okay, so now you would have noticed once you save this, you would have got a .js file, and once you open it in VS Code, it should be showing test. So thus we have created our first JS file. So I don't want to make some simple things. I directly want to jump into code. So create a folder in your what I have done is I have created a folder in my my system, and I have copied this path and taken here, and if I come here and open folder, I can directly pass this and open this folder. I can go here, or else directly I can paste, and if I select folder, I'll be seeing all the files inside my folder. Currently there are no files, so I'm not seeing anything. So let's start to create a file here. So you can directly go here and go for a new file, or else you can press here and take a new file here. I'm going to say this is app.js file. So once I type JS, automatically the icon here changes to JS. Maybe if I remove this and if I change this to HTML, it changes my icon to HTML. If I give it a CSS one, it takes me to the CSS one. That's how intelligent our IDE is going to be. So for now, I'll put it as JS, and it opens me the JS file here. So along the course we'll be seeing how things are formatted in our IDE. I don't want to spend a separate session for this, because once we go deeper into this, it is going to take hours of time to just understand Studio Code, because that much features we have in Visual Studio Code. Okay, so we have got our JS file, and we can just type anything here, and we can create our first JS file. Okay, so I'll create one HTML file here, next.html. Okay, and I'll show you guys a trick here. Thing is, previously one thing was there in as a plugin. Now it's been integrated with VS Code. That thing is called as the emmet code. I'll show you the URL also. You can just practice with it if you have time. Emmet. So emmet, if you open this, it is, maybe I'll directly go to documentation. There's a cheat sheet somewhere here. Maybe Control F, cheat sheet. Yes, cheat sheet. Open this. This will show you what are all the shortcuts here. So just to explain one, what I can do is I can say HTML, and inside this I can say I have a body tag, and inside body I'm going to have a div tag. If I do enter, it takes me HTML body and a div. So how I have got this using this one. This is a child nav ul and li. It gives a structure like this. So if you have time, just go through this. Most of the time, so I'll try to write my HTML with the help of Emmet only. It is integrated with VS Code. So this will help you. I mean, a lot of time we can save using this. I'll delete this. And one more trick is just shift 1. You'll see an exclamatory mark here. If you click on that, this snippet will be automatically generated with the help of Emmet. Okay, let's start coding from here. And before going there, I'll show you guys what are all the plugins I have integrated with plugins or extension. You can say extensions in VS Code. So go to the left nav, and this square thing, extensions, click on that. It will show what all the recommended at the bottom and what I have enabled here. So I will recommend you guys to install all the things which I have installed here. I'll show you auto rename tag. What auto rename tag does is, maybe I'll show you with an example. So for now, let me create a div here. So I have created a div here, and I have something here, maybe a span, and inside the span I have anchor tag. Okay, so finally I have arrived here. So now there's a change. I have to change this div to maybe a table here. So usually what I have to do, I have to change here as well as down here. So what I can do is I can change here. Automatically my closing tags changes to table. This use of this extension, it will be very useful. So we have bracket pair colorizer. This is a very good plugin. This will be useful when we go into our JS coding, because if you could see, the most of the time our developers will be spending lots and lots of time in finding if we have missed a curly brace or if we have missed a bracket somewhere. So in that case, this extension is going to help you, because it matches the brackets so that you will not be lost. I mean, it will be easy for us to find which bracket we have missed. We'll see that in action while we start coding. C# you don't have to install this. This is for my other works. And Cobalt theme, currently this is a theme I'm using for VS Code. There are so many themes. You can try Cobalt theme. This is one good theme I've been using for the past couple of years. This is from Westboss. You should be knowing Westboss if you're into programming. Google about him. He's a very good guy in JavaScript. And there are themes like Dracula and many more things. Okay, so there is debugger for Chrome. this will be useful when you start debugging your uh, JavaScript applications. So mostly we'll not be using debugger for Chrome, but I'll try to explain this when we get time. And this is for React, you don't have to install. And Git, I'll try to cover this Git for a couple of minutes at the end of this course. This is going to be very useful if you're going to be a front-end developer. And we have HTML, CSS support. So it supports many languages. It gives so many support. I mean, for you'll be just go through this documentation. You will be understanding what are the things that will be helpful. It will be helpful for CSS file extensions and so many things. It supports these many languages. It supports our JavaScript too. So once you start writing your class, it automatically populates what are the classes available in your plugin or something. For example, if you are using Bootstrap, it automatically populates what are the classes available. If you start writing B, it is going to show what are the classes available at the alphabet B. So this will be very useful. And live server, I'll show you what live server is. Just go here and Control S, will save it. So at the bottom, if I mean the live server is properly configured, it will show here once we start it. I'll show you guys how. Press Control P and Control Control Shift P is the right one. Actually, Control P is for finding the files. So Control Shift P, extension of live server. Control Shift P. Yep, it opened me. One sec. Control Shift P. Yeah, open with live server. So if I open this with live server, it takes a minute and it opens my HTML here. If you want to see this, if I type, I mean, I'll just remove this table from here and I'll type a div. Inside the div, I'm going to write this is for live server. Usually what we have to do is we have to save here and we have to go here and refresh. But with the help of live server, if I press save here, it automatically refreshes in the browser and shows me the result. This is going to save lots and lots of time for the developers. You don't have to go there every time and you have to refresh the page. And we have Prettier. Prettier is my favorite extension here. I'll show you what is the need of this. My body is here, my div tag is somewhere here, and my this one is here. So once I save it, it automatically formats my code. So this is one good thing in Prettier. So with the help of Prettier and live server, you guys are going to save lots and lots of time. Just imagine if you are formatting your code and refreshing it, it is going to take 10 seconds or 20 seconds for every time you try to test it. But with the help of this, every debug you are going to save around 10 to 15 seconds. So at the end of the day, you'll be saving around half an hour of time at least. Okay. So REST client will be seeing that. Maybe while we see about the asynchronous JavaScript, we will see about this console.log. This is going to be one important plugin. Let's see how this is going to work because for me this is a very new plugin which I'm going to try. It's simple, like you type CLG, it is going to give you console.log. If you are not familiar with what console.log is, don't have to worry about it. I'll explain you that also. Okay, this is about my VS Code settings, and I'll tell you guys some shortcuts also. Control J opens up the window at the bottom, and Control tilde opens up the terminal from which you can type anything. It serves you as a terminal also, and Control P helps in finding in which page you have to go. For now we have only 2 pages, and Control Shift P takes you I mean to the which what do you say, what are the extension you are using, and in which you are going to select from any extension. Also you can go to settings. This is mostly a shortcut for doing everything in VS Code. You can go to the settings, you can change everything. So while we move on with the course, I'll start explaining you guys what are the things that we can do with the help of Visual Studio, which in turn will give us more productivity. So I hope you have enjoyed this about the VS Code. The next chapter will be directly jumping into creating JavaScript and testing that in the browser.